Now, I'm pretty sure an Englishman's made this sign. A dyslexic one. I'm going over La Dordogne. La Dordogne. La Dordogne. And La Dordogne. This is the first of two major rivers that I cross, and then I'm pretty much there, which is mental. You know, I'm 30 something miles in, 30 miles in or something, which is lovely. It's been good, man. I've really enjoyed it. I didn't feel great earlier. I think I said I had a migraine and stuff, but that's kind of disappeared now. Well, that's definitely disappeared now after 30 miles of cycling. You know, I wonder what the time is. Let's just see. So it's 11 o'clock. I left at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 4 hours of cycling. Great. So my plan, when I get there, I kind of know where I'll be when I'm there, right? Because even though it's dark, because my sister and I stayed there. You know, that was basically where we stayed, like North Bordeaux, near the lake sort of thing. And that's where I'm headed. And when I get there, I remember that there was a McDonald's. What I can't remember is if it's 24 hours or not. I can't remember. But I do remember. I can't remember. But I remember. But I don't remember. But I remember them, like, me and my sister trying to get in there on the day I turned up, and it was fairly late. And the door was closed, and I was thinking, but hang on a minute, it can't be closed. And then they said, you've got to walk around the drive-through. That's what they said. So I'm hoping that means that the drive-through is 24 hour. I really hope so. And then I can have like so much food, and hot-ish food. Well, the chips should probably be hot, which is good. And if I eat the burger straight away, it might be hot. You know what McDonald's is like. The food just gets cold as soon as you open the wrapper. And that doesn't change wherever you go around the world. I once got a McDonald's delivery in Egypt, and it turned up like cold. It was like, oh, well, that was worth the 20 quid or whatever. But anyway, I ramble because mainly because I've been in my head for this whole journey, and rambling to myself in my head. But I might not sound it. I feel quite positive. Oh yeah, after said McDonald's, I'm thinking of just finding a spot, either turning up at the campsite, which I've actually paid for tonight, and sort of pitching up in the car park or something, or going in and finding a spot. But last time I did that I wasn't welcomed. They nicked my passport, didn't they? So I am hoping to just bivvy up somewhere in my sleeping bag till the morning, till they open, then get there and whatever. Basically, I was going to take my time more, but the point was that I couldn't stop because it's cold, man. It is cold. And if I stopped, I'd get really cold. Like now, I've stopped for 4 minutes, and I'm starting to get really cold. So, I'm going to carry on to McDonald's, if not somewhere else that's open for 24 hours. I don't know where. I am willing to cycle all round Bordeaux to find one. Bye. Oh, or which I've already been looking for, a pizza machine. This is the time, if ever there's a time for a pizza machine, I want a pizza machine, you know, and stuff, or baguette machine, you know, that they normally come with each other. And you know, and if anything, I'll pay for my clothes, some of my clothes to go in the dryer, right, for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, so that I can put them on again and I'll be really warm. Maybe do it in my sleeping bag. Huh. What an idea. Anyway, that's not very good for my budget, so probably not. But great idea anyway, Tom. Thanks, Tom. Oh golly gosh. Oh golly gosh. I'm 10 miles, less than that, away from my final point for this whole venture. And my trailer tire's gone flat. Oh. Right, out comes the puncture repair kit, which I've never used in my life. Good luck to me. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to put a couple of coats on first because I'm going to be cold. And then find a place with a bit of light. Oh man. So I found the culprit. The culprit was a large piece of glass. It got wedged in the tyre. And I've got me patches out for puncture repair, and my glue, my Loctite, you know, super glue. Got a whole load of it on my thumb now. Look at the shiny bit. There you go. It's not sticking to anything though. Luckily I didn't need to pick my nose at the same time, you know, with my thumb. And yeah, and I've put like 5 patches around where the puncture was. It's a bit different because if it was like my tyres on my bike, then it's got an inner tube, right? And you repair the inner tube, and those patches would go nicely round the inner tube. And then you put the, you know, you put the tyre back on. But it's not, it doesn't have an inner tube. It is just one whole piece of tyre. So that's where my scientific knowledge on this goes. The moment of truth will be in about 5 minutes, a bit less than that, when I know the glue is set, and I'll pump it up. And it will pump up and not just deflate. I don't know if you can hear that thud is my flat tyre, and in the on the thingy trailer I looked at my maps and I'm 8 miles from where I need to go, and it's 10 to 1. I also looked on my map at where there was food open, and there is a food open in the centre of Bordeaux, which is about 4 miles from where I'm gonna, from the lake. Now the plan is that I'm going to go to the lake where I'm going and then tie up my trailer, or pretend to, you know, make it look like it's locked like I did before, and then I can cycle without the trailer at super duper quick pace into Bordeaux and eat as much food as I can. Now this restaurant closes at 4, so you know, you want to get there for 3 because I want to sit down for a bit. And basically that's my life. I'm pretty annoyed since the puncture. Things are going so well. I'm pretty annoyed, to be honest. Anyway, and I'm starving, and I'm at risk of getting cold, very cold, if I take a stop. I just did stop for a little while at a bus stop and sat down for a bit and got cold. Got back on the bike and like everything hurt. But it's a lot harder pulling this trailer with a flat, and I'm also a bit worried that I completely damaged the wheel and all of that. You know when you go, you know when you see on the motorway and that, you know, lorry tyres have come off and they end up completely shredded on the side of the road. I worry about my little trailer wheel. And also, where on earth do I get that sort of thing fixed? I'll go to a car garage, right? I'll go to a car tyre garage, they'll laugh at me. I'll go to a bike shop, they'll laugh at me. Even then, they probably won't be able to fix it, because it needs a new one, either a new wheel or a new tyre. So I don't know what puts the right spanner in the works, because I know that coming up is the end of this venture, this part of my journey, but I really want to come back out and do more. I really want to, you know, and go further south, Spain, Portugal, all of that in the spring. And if the trailer's buggered, I don't know what to do. It's 1:30 a.m. and I am on the biggest suspension bridge I've been on, I think. It's pretty spectacular. It's like a, you know, half a mile long bridge, but it's so high above the river. It's amazing. You look down, it's like really high up. So that's lighting me up a bit. Also, I'm 3 miles away from the camping village that I'm going to be staying at eventually. And so 3 miles away from that, which means I can dump the trailer and then go on the hunt for some food. I'm starving, man. And it's a major city, and major cities are supposed to have 24-hour food and drink, right? It's just, you know, because as much as I'd love a burger or 2 or 3, I would also love a Fanta. Oh, I'd love a Fanta. It's quite funny that cars think I'm some kind of policeman or something, so I keep slowing down. Whoa, that lorry went past. And the whole bridge just went. My trailer's going dum 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 like that, which is annoying. Poor thing. Poor trailer. It's done me really well. Come on, I've done like probably 1,000 miles. Nah, I've done like 600-700 miles on it. It's done really well. Really well. But getting quite emotional about not doing this anymore. It sounds like that car's in trouble. Yeah, I'm a bit emotional about having to stop this venture and go home. Even though the reason for going home is an exciting one, and I'm moving to the West Country, and that's great. And that's lovely, and that's right what I want to do. And it sounds like heaven. I'm enjoying getting in a load of pickles in the middle of France. And not when I'm in the pickle, but when I'm out the pickle juice, you know. Not for too long though, because you go mouldy. See, that's what happens, right? Take the pickle out, the jar, and you leave it out on the side for too long, it goes mouldy. So you got to leave it pickled. Oh, it's a lorry again. Oh, it wiggles my bum. Wiggling my bum. Let's get on with this. Got the world's results. I've made it. And the man here has even answered. He's opened the door, and right, he's letting me buy some food. This is the biggest result ever. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have lucked in, mate. I have lucked in. And I can buy some more super glue. Oh man. What a time, huh? What a time to be alive. Ah, Boursin. I love Boursin, it's like my favourite cheese. Right, I'm getting everything. Bye. So having got to the campsite and set up, and I think my head hit the pillow at about 4:15 in the morning. It's 12 hours later now, and I'm having a little walk around this camping village. Wow! It's enormous. It's enormous, and right, trampoline. Oh man, what's the conditions? There are no conditions. Oh, there are conditions. 80 kilogram maximum. Oh no. There are conditions. And then there's this, which is a ball on a string, which I think you jump on and do ball string stuff. Look at that! And that! it's absolutely drenched in water. There's like streams. But I would say possibly more exciting than that. Le mini golf. Le mini golf. Le mini golf. Although I'm not that excited, it's also absolutely drenched. I mean, that's not their fault really. It absolutely hammered it down last night. Oh yeah, by the way, I made it in time for the rain. That was the whole purpose of getting there overnight. Football, basketball. Great. Le ping pong. Ping pong. That's what they call it here. There's a fake beach over there, and I don't know what this is. I mean, obviously kids can play on it or whatever. I think it's like a water parky thing. I think it's like a water parky thing, but those things look way too high to play on and dangerous. But no, I think it's like a water thingy, play thing. And yeah. Oh yeah. Those are the toilets there where when my sister and I were here a couple of weeks ago, I was admittedly desperate for a poo, and I had no other choice but to come into this camping village, sneak in like this, and then go for a poo, not knowing that I'd be paying for it later, like actually paying to stay, not paying for the poo. I nearly paid for it there. But this is great, man. This is lovely. Lovely, man. It's a village. It's got loads of these like huts and shacks and people's camper vans and all sorts. It's great. Bonjour. Yeah, so trailer. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Part of me is thinking, bin it, somehow get all the stuff you need home, and the bike somehow, and then come back out with a different method. Because I also think the trailer, as mad and great as it's been, and how, you know, it has been, I also think it's very cumbersome, and it's made the whole thing a lot harder, and I don't really need that, especially as there's mountain range coming up and stuff like that. But and more lakes. Bathing prohibited. What about swimming? What about heavy petting? Diving and bombing and heavy petting. Right, I think I've done a full circle, and therefore I should be back at my little spot, I think. Soaked. Today is a sad day. I'm packing up all my stuff. Basically, my tent, it's broken in 3 places. One of the zips is broken, which is fairly normal for a tent, but I've been dealing with it, coping with it for a while. But two of the feety things where where you put the pegs through have come off on the inner thingy. Anyway, technical. That was really technical. I'm gonna stand in the sun. There you go. And so basically, that's broken. Tent's broken. It's almost not worth keeping. I'm on my second blow-up mattress, and that deflates during the night. And if I go for a whittle during the night, I come back and I blow it up again. So that's broken. Trailer's broken. Oh, and everything got soaking in my tent last night. I mean, it's gorgeous today, but last night. So I've got a load of stuff, including shoes, in the tumble dryer. hope they work. And I've packed up the stuff which I'm going to be taking home on a flight. I paid for extra baggage, so I've got not extra baggage, but you know, storage baggage in the thingy, locker thing, an extra bag, carry-on bag. So I've got half my clothes, all my electrical items, obviously. But that's it. And I've got to leave the rest of it, and the trailer's broken, obviously. I'm gonna have to leave with the trailer somewhere. Whether I pick it up again or not, it's a different matter. I don't know. Seems very wasteful. And actually what I'm most upset about, really, are the clothes. All my cycling gear. Not all my cycling gear, half of my cycling gear, and I started collecting it, really. And I kind of enjoy collecting stuff. However, end of a bit of an era. I think anyway, next time I'm gonna change tact, and I'm going to get panniers and carry everything like on the bike, because the trailer didn't work. But so my next two steps are firstly somewhere random to dump the trailer and tie it up to a tree, and then cycle to the airport where I tie my bike up. At least I know I'll be coming back for my bike at some point. But what I'd like to do is resume this journey in the spring from Bordeaux south, Spain. Let's do Spain. Let's do a bunch of Spain. Or the other idea is to go across this side of the Pyrenees and go to like south of France, which would be lovely. I love the south of France, and like, you know, the Mediterranean France. Yeah, so I love that part of the world with its craggly coastline. End up in Monaco or something, and then do Italy. Why not? Why not do Italy? Why not? I've dumped my stuff. completely legally, obviously, and I've done my stuff, and now I've got enormous bags on my back, single straps, and I'm cycling to the airport, which is 50 minutes away, which ain't too bad. And it's a sad day for Tommy, you know. He wants to carry on the adventure. He also wants to go home and move house and be in comfortable bed and, you know, see his girlfriend, things like that. But sad because he wants to carry on. Oh well. Here, I managed to pack most of my cycling clothes, so I'm not too unhappy. I'm not too unhappy. Let's get to the airport first without any silly nonsense. Oh, and then there's I've got to tie my bike up somewhere. Oh man, I was thinking of going in like the penultimate floor of the car park or something and just tying it up against the railings. But I don't know what the airport's like or anything, you know. I've got enough thingies, chains, padlocks. Oh well. Oh well. Welcome.
Central passengers on platform 6 and 7. Anyone awaiting
Welcome back to England, specifically London. Let's try and find. Where is he? Oh, hang on. This way. Ready?
Tunbridge, Highbury, Tunbridge Wells. Once again, this is the platform alteration.
Anyway, London Bridge, it's hammering it down, it's noisy. I just went and got a coffee at the noisiest coffee ever. I got a coffee in a sort of this size cup. What's going on? You know, and I just gave €5 to a homeless guy. He said, I'm not asking for money, I'm asking for food. I came out at €5. He went, that'll do. And he pretty much grabbed it and ran. Oh well. Yeah. I can't cope with this. I can't cope. My stress levels are through the roof, man. My heart beats. Let's have a look. My heartbeat's at 88, right? And that's what I'm meant to be like semi-resting heartbeat, you know? I should be about 70, like, or less, because I've been walking, but I can feel my blood pressure rising just because there's lots of people around. Take me back to France.